Hey folks, Jim Jacobus. Welcome back to week 4 of how to create winning sales plans in 2010. This week we're going to wrap up our discussion about how do we get the right people on board to begin with. And today we're going to talk about our unique employment value proposition. For years we've been teaching value propositions training to sales reps. In other words, how do you stop selling price and how do you start selling value so they can get the highest margins possible? Well, today we're going to take that same methodology and apply it to getting the right people on board. In other words, your company has unique employment value propositions. And we build a value proposition by what's the problem, what is it we do about it, and why should they care? Same thing working with potential candidates. In other words, think about them as clients. What problems do they have that your job, your opportunity solves? What is it you do about it? And at the end of the day, why should they care? Perhaps they're looking to get into the field that you're in. They have a passion for automobiles or selling outdoor equipment or whatever it happens to be. That's their problem, and you provide that opportunity for them. But at the end of the day, we've got to communicate the same as a sales rep would. Why should they care? Why would they want to be a part of what you're doing? We typically have several different value propositions from an employment point of view. We need to identify that, and we need to communicate them more effectively. We worked with a client not too long ago that was struggling to get employees on board in very competitive environments for close to minimum wage. A little bit more than that, but not much more. And in the small towns they operated in, they had a hard time competing with Walmart. Well, this particular company was owned by a wonderful family, and they had great family values, and they had picnics, and they kept track of everybody's birthdays and the kids and all that. They really had a family environment. Well, they hadn't been communicating that. So we helped them create ads and things like that that blasted out into the marketplace that they were looking for employees, that they were a family-owned business with family values and that they treated employees like family. Well, they were able to get very competitive talent at very, very competitive rates in those marketplaces by simply identifying what's their employment value proposition. As we plan for 2010, as we begin to put together our ideas about getting the top talent on board, one of the things we have to do, bottom line, at the end of the day, we have to identify what is our unique employment value proposition, and we've got to be able to communicate that in every aspect of our efforts for recruiting and selecting top talent. So that's our challenge for the week. Again, thanks for joining me on this week's How to Create Winning Sales Plans for 2010. If you want to know more about what we do, you can go to www.ratedrforresults.com. Again, I'll see you next week.